Hi, I'm Trish. Welcome to the Gig House Kitchen. Today is pancake day. So, let's make some pancakes. So the first thing we're going to do is make the batter. I have here the batter ingredients, which are 100 grams of plain flour, which I've sieved, a quarter of a teaspoon or a good pinch of salt, 1 egg and 275 mils of milk. Pancake batter is a pouring batter, which is very similar batter to the one that you would use for Yorkshire puddings. The first thing I'm going to do is put in my salt. I'm just going to give that a little stir with my wooden spoon and then make a well in the centre of the flour and salt and crack in the egg. Now what we're going to do is very carefully break the egg yolk and stir the egg in the centre of the batter or in the well. As I'm doing that, I'm carefully knocking the flour from the sides into the egg mixture. And I'm going to keep doing this until the egg mixture looks like it can't take much more of the flour. So that's nearly there. As you can see, I'm just gently knocking the flour down. Now why I'm doing this and not just literally throwing it all in together is that you want a nice glossy batter with no lumps, and this is the best way to achieve that aim. Now the egg is struggling to take any more of the flour, I'm going to take the milk and add it a little bit at a time while carrying on stirring the egg mixture and knocking down the flour. Right, I'm just going to put the milk down for a second and give it a good mix, knock a bit more of the flour down off the edge. It's quite a skill really, making a good batter. It just takes a little bit of practice, but you soon get used to it. Here we go. Now, most of the flour is down, so I'm going to give it a really good beat. And then I'm going to add the rest of the milk all together. It's very important that you add all the milk. It might look wrong actually when you look at it. It might look very liquidy. But if you don't add all the milk, you won't get lovely light pancakes. You'll just get really quite stodgy, thick ones, which aren't going to be as attractive to eat. So there we have it, our batter, and not a lump in sight. How good is that? Right, so what I'm going to do is pour this mixture back into my jug. It's got quite a nice gloss to it, and as I said, there's no lumps, which is great. So that's going to make really nice pancakes. Now, it's often said that you should leave the batter for a little while to sort of thicken. I've left batter to thicken and I've used batter straight away, and I can safely say that it makes very little difference. So I'm going to use this batter now. Before we start frying off the pancakes, we need to prepare the pan, and this is called seasoning, or actually proving the pan, and it's done very easily. You literally just put the pan onto the heat and let it warm slightly, and then you add a little bit of butter. Why I'm seasoning or proving the pan is to make sure that there aren't any impurities or anything in the pan that's going to make the pancakes stick. Now I can see that the butter is actually almost going a little bit black now, so I'm going to throw in about half a teaspoonful of salt and give it a little stir around the pan. As I keep saying, it bleeps a lot at me. Then I'm going to get a big wad of paper towel, take it off the heat, and while it is still warm, I'm going to give it a really, really good clean out. Here we go. Now it's important to get all the salt out, and I can feel that that pan is lovely and smooth and soft and is going to be great for pancakes. My pancake batter is going to make between 4 to 6 pancakes, depending on how thick you like them. First thing I'm going to do is put the pan on, quite a high heat, a medium to high heat. Pancakes need quite a high heat in order to cook properly. I'm then going to put in about 5 grams of butter. This is melting. Once it's melted, I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir around the pan. Again, it's bleeping. I'm going to let it get quite hot before I put the mixture in, so we'll just have to wait for a minute. I'm going to use a palette knife. You could use a fish slice, but I prefer a palette knife because it's quite bendy and you can get underneath the pancake very easily to check that the underneath is done. Now I can tell that this is ready because the butter's starting to turn a little bit coloured. So now I'm going to pour my pancake mixture in and it should sizzle. I'm going to stir it round the pan a little bit, or swirl it round the pan a little bit to be more accurate. And then I'm going to put it back on because it's the only way I can stop my hob bleeping at me. It should cook quite quickly. Don't be afraid to switch it up and switch it down. You know, if the pancake's not cooking quickly enough or you're not happy with it, switch it up. And if you think it's burning a little bit, then turn it down. Now it's very important that the base is well cooked and has browned before you turn it over, or it will just sort of disintegrate. I'm going to get my palette knife underneath and flip. And there I have a very good pancake that didn't stick. It's very quick to do pancakes. They cook very, very quickly, too quickly in fact, and it's very hard to eat them and enjoy them when you're busy frying pancakes for everybody else. So the first pancake's coming off, and I'm going to put this onto a warmed plate. And then I'm going to put a piece of greaseproof over the top, and I'm going to put my next pancake on. So I'm going to put some butter in, and I'm going to put my mixture in and make myself another pancake. I think I'll probably flip this one. Pancake day isn't pancake day without flipping a pancake. The most important thing about flipping a pancake is don't flip the pancake until both sides are cooked, because what happens is you will end up covered in egg mixture. I know this from experience. So here we go. Oh, that was a poor attempt. Whoa, slightly better. I think I probably need a little bit more height. So, you know, I'm not going to be defeated. I'm going to have one more go. Way! There we go. I'm very proud of that. Cover it over with another sheet of greaseproof and then get on with the rest of the pancakes. So I'm going to carry on cooking some more pancakes and I'll see you when I've finished. I've just microwaved 2 of my pancakes. I put them into the microwave for about 10 seconds on high, and now I'm just going to share with you 2 ideas for how to eat them. The first one I'm going to show you is a British favourite, lemon and sugar. So I'm going to put my pancake on a plate. I'm going to sprinkle on liberal amounts of caster sugar or granulated sugar, whatever you've got. Now it might seem a lot of sugar, but the next ingredient is lemon juice. This is fresh lemon, so obviously that needs a little bit of sweetening. And once it's on, I'm going to roll it up and enjoy. Right, I'll just move this one out of the way and sample it later. Now, if you're not a fan of lemon, this one might be right up your street. So I'm going to get some chocolate and hazelnut spread, and I have just warmed this a little bit on top of my agar, and now I'm going to put liberal amounts all over it. And then I've got some lovely little fresh strawberries here, and then roll it up very carefully so that the chocolate spread doesn't ooze out. And then if that isn't gorgeous enough, I'm going to get some squirty cream. So there we have it, pancakes a la Trish. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe. See you next time in the Gig Has Kitchen. Bye.